Good evening, everyone. My name is Cheryl, and today we're gonna talk about fashion. Now, I want you to close your eyes just for a moment and think about this. How important fashion is for you? How many clothes do you buy in a year? How important is for you to have many different clothes? Speaking personally, when I want to hang out with my friends or went to some special occasion, I tend to feel that I have nothing to wear. I've worn all my clothes and ended up buying new clothes. We live in a time with a click of a button, you can order something online and have it arrive at your doorstep. Or you can easily go to the mall and pick any clothes that you want. Abundance is the name and spending is the game. Without noticing, those become monsters in our closet, and that's actually fast fashion if you've never figured it out before. So what is fast fashion? Fast fashion can be defined as cheap, trendy clothing that samples ideas from the catwalk or celebrity culture and turns them into garments in high street stores at breakneck speed to meet consumer demand. The idea of fast fashion is to get the newest style on the market as fast as possible, so shoppers can snap them up while they are still at the height of their popularity and then sadly discard them after a few wears. The impact is it forms a key part of the toxic system of overproduction and consumption that has made fashion one of the world's largest polluters. Today, 80 billion garments are produced each year. 52 micro collections per year are released by fast fashion brands instead of the usual two-season. 400% more clothes are produced now compared to 20 years ago. 7 times in average, a garment is worn before being thrown away. 35 kilos textile waste is generated per person per year in the US in average. Only 20% to 30% of the clothes of women's wardrobes are being worn. So, those are the 6 impacts for fast fashions. Next, I'm going to further tell you how those impacts leads to more reason why fast fashion can be considered bad. First is polluting our planet. The speed at which garments are produced also means that more and more clothes are disposed of by consumers, creating massive textile waste. According to some statistics, in Australia alone, more than 500 million kilos of unwanted clothing ends up in landfill. Second is exploiting workers. Fast fashion impacts garment workers who work in dangerous environments for low wages and without fundamental human rights. Further down the supply chain, the farmers may work with toxic chemical and brutal practices that have devastating impacts on their physical and mental health. Harming animals. The toxic dyes and microfiber released in waterways are ingested by land and marine life alike through the food chain to devastating effect. Coercing consumer. Fast fashion makes us believe we need to shop more and more to stay on top of trends, creating a constant sense of need and ultimate dissatisfaction. So what can we do? First is buy less and buy better. Sustainability consultancy EcoAge's chief brand officer Harriet Focking advises that you ask yourself 3 all-important questions. What are you buying and why? What do you really need and will you wear it at least 30 times? We can also invest in sustainable fashion brands, shop secondhand and vintage, and try renting. Next, we can know the material before buy the clothes. Look for certification to ensure the material used to make your clothes have a lower impact on our planet. We can also have to watch out for harmful chemicals. Keep an eye out for the Made in Green by Oecotex and Blue Sign certification, which set out requirements for chemical usage during manufacturing process. In light with that, we have to take care of our clothes. Ensure your clothes last as long as possible by not overwashing them, as well as repairing them instead of throwing them out. And we can make sure your clothes have a second life. Reselling your clothes or organizing a clothes swap is the best way to ensure they'll have a second life, as well as donating to charities or organizations that are looking for used clothing. Let me close this presentation by sharing you a quote by Mahatma Gandhi. He once said, "There is no beauty in the finest cloth if it makes hunger and unhappiness, and the action can start from us." That's all for me. Thank you for your time and good night.